The National Electoral Commission (INEC) has emphasized that technology alone cannot solve Nigeria's voter apathy issues, despite introducing various technological innovations to improve the electoral process. INEC chairman, Professor George Amupiton, stated this at the annual National Stakeholders Forum on Elections in Abuja, highlighting that the 27% voters turnout in the 2023 elections is a stark reminder of this challenge. Amukwito noted that while technology has enhanced credibility with tools like the Bimodal Voters Accreditation System (BVAS) and INEC Results Viewing (IREF) portal, increasing transparency, it is not a panacea. He emphasized that Nigeria's telecommunications network remains a significant obstacle, with over 176,000 polling units in remote areas, making real-time upload of results challenging. To address voters' apathy, Amopiton stressed the need for a multi-sectoral approach, including mobilizing voters, improving PVC collection, and ensuring political accountability. The INEC chairman also highlighted the importance of collaboration with law enforcement agencies to combat vote buying and financial inducement, ensuring voters are protected from intimidation and inducement. Amopiton emphasized that building consensus for credible elections is a continuous journey requiring innovation, transparency, and resilience. Clement Uwanko, Executive Director of Policy, Legal and Advocacy Center, emphasized the importance of discussing elections ahead of 2027, citing uncertainties and the need for civil society engagement. He urged the Inspector General of Police to meet with the Situation Room, highlighting expectations for police support in ensuring credible elections. Also speaking at the event, Cynthia Rowe, head of Development Cooperation, reaffirmed the United Kingdom's commitment to partnering with Nigerian stakeholders, including the Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room, to consolidate democratic gains. Rowe praised the Situation Room's vital role in safeguarding human rights and deepening democratic values. She emphasized the importance of collaboration ahead of 2026 off-cycle elections and 2027 general election. Reverend Father George Elsani, Executive Director, Lost Terra Leadership Foundation, urged Nigerians to reject fraudulent elections outcomes and push for electoral reforms via the ongoing constitutional amendment process. Father George criticized the presumption of regularity for the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and called for the burden of proof to be imposed on INEC for free and fair elections. He advocated for the utilization of technology, including biometric registration and electronic transmission of results, citing the need to prevent electoral fraud. He called for the removal of the president's power to appoint INEC chairs and commissioners, suggesting alternatives.
Acceptance of election. And you ask the question, how do we discuss election without INEC? Because INEC, and let me say, election is the lifeblood of democracy. So we cannot be talking of democracy without election. And INEC is the body that is charged under the Constitution and under the law for the purpose of conducting elections at all levels in Nigeria, including the local government areas. I know that the powers of INEC to conduct election in respect of local government is restricted to FCT area councils. But I'm also not mindful of Section 145 or so of the Electoral Acts, which required all the states' independent electoral commissions to follow the procedure as laid down by INEC in the conduct of the local government elections of the various states.
The political space is shrinking. Political parties are dying. One of them claimed to be the biggest one. But we saw that in 1983. when the MPN was the dominant party, everybody was decamping to the MPN. Our democracy collapsed. So those who hold power today have to be very conscious of history. We cannot and we should not create the grounds for our democracy being truncated. The biggest party in Africa in 1983 was the MPN, and everybody was decamping into it. Let us look back at history and avoid a situation where we think we're creating another biggest party and everyone is decamping into it. That's not democracy. We must have plurality in this country.
As your partner, we are encouraged by the important role of the Situation Room and the role of its members, and the role that you continue to play in electoral and democratic processes in Nigeria. Our support for your work reflects the UK's commitment to working with Nigerian stakeholders in government, in civil society, in all sectors, to consolidate democratic gains and ensure that the processes that underpin democracy are credible and peaceful and inclusive. It's been an eventful year for democracy in Nigeria. It's been an eventful year across the world, and several events have demonstrated both the importance and challenges with democratic governance. And you have yourselves, I was just reflecting, two important bills and reviews coming up before your houses, including the Special Seats Bill, which of course I would.
Credible elections in Nigeria is the cumbersome procedure for the determination of election disputes. Disputes pertaining to election to the office of president first goes to be determined by the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, the decision of which may be appealed to the Supreme Court. For governors, it is the High Court, and then may proceed to the Supreme Court. Now, although being sui generis, election disputes are to be heard and determined expeditiously. However, by the time they are decided with finality, the candidates returned as winner and declared elected has already been sworn into office. There is also pre-election disputes that may go through the full cycle of the court processes from the High Court to the Supreme Court. All these have caused serious problems as the power of incumbency is brought to bear in attempting to influence the final determination of the dispute. Another area, one more area requiring reform to ensure the sustenance of democracy through free, fair, and credible elections is the conduct of elections into local government. All politics is said to be local politics, but the conduct of elections into the offices of local government chairmen and councillors is often no election at all, but a charade for coronating anointed candidates. Present